break that nonsense, whatever it was. Okay, it's a little bit after 8 o'clock in the morning now, and it's time for the Good Morning Net here on the W9DOR repeater located in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, Door County, USA. Let me unkey here and see if it's still a nice, quiet signal. Quiet. Okay, I'm hoping that that mess that we were listening to here in Sevastopol was audible to everybody and not just us. Anyway, it sounds quiet, so we continue on. Your net control this morning is Jeff, Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Bravo X-Ray, and I am in the aforementioned town of Sevastopol, 6 miles north of Sturgeon Bay, where on Monday, November the 13th, we have 45 degrees, a barometer of 30.15, lightning, generally light wind, but getting to experience some gusting, and it varies from the west to the southwest, but the sky looking northward from our house is nothing but blue, so it's really a nice Door County morning here where we are. Emergency and or priority traffic can break into this net at any time. Let's check for some right now. Heard, 3-minute timer on transmission length. As always, we appreciate those of you out there listening who do not have licenses, and we wonder what's keeping you from getting a license and joining us here on the air. You would be most welcome. In the meantime, thanks for listening, and to those of you out there with licenses and listening, maybe today will be the day you will check in. Your question of the day: have you ever built anything in your amateur radio hobby from scratch? So by that, I am not talking about a kit where you get a box full of parts and maybe the cabinet and everything is ready for you. I'm talking about either designing something from a blank piece of paper, or maybe you've got a schematic from a magazine or a handbook, whatever, and you build that circuit and then put it in a cabinet of your own making. Okay, so I think you get what I'm talking about. Not a commercially produced kit, but something you have taken on from beginning to end. All right, that's it. So now let's look for check-ins from people on their way to work, people who will not be around for the whole net, or people who are mobile and feel they'll soon be out of range of the repeater. Please check in now. A9ERZ.
Net control, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima November Zulu. Good morning. Bravo 9, November.
Okay, we've got Kevin leading off, KA9ARZ. Then W9LON, Luke, checked in and out, so thanks for your check-in. Luke, acknowledged. Have a good day. Kevin will turn it over to Tom, KC9LN Zulu.
bit of wind activity going out there. Trees whipping around. Yesterday, it was really whipping around compared to Saturday. Perfect day to be outside, and then probably a bunch of trees that people kind of hauled to the curbside, and which way the wind went, might have blown back on the lawn or something like that. But anyways, should be a nice day. I guess if you're out of the wind there. Just wanted to bring you a trip. Besides the static noise at the beginning, probably a lot of people can't hear it, but over the air, if you listen closely, there's a slight buzz underneath your signal. It's not wiping you out or anything, but it is noticeable there. So I'm just wondering if you hear some interference or what have you. But you're fully copyable. No trouble. The signal's not getting out there. So full day of work. Meeting at City Hall early this evening. Hopefully get done short order. With that, send it over to Tom. KC9L and Zulu, KA9ARZ. Good morning.
I've been listening to the net from
the start, but I was in the car wash. Today I've decided to wash all cars and give them the deluxe wash job with the wax coating and the Rain-X coating for the windows and get that taken care of. Beautiful sunny day today. We're looking for 60 degrees toward the middle of the week, 55 maybe today, but for sure coming up warmer on Wednesday. We're just coming out of Sturgeon, Wisconsin, heading back towards Twin Bridge, and I'm going to get the other car and run that down at the car wash. So what a day for car washes. There was about 5 of them in line already. So with Underback, good morning all. KC9 TBS, this is KS9KU Mobile.
Okay, great signal, as is usually the case with you, Gil. So nice to hear from you this morning, and also from John in Michigan, Tom, Yuan, and Kevin on his way to work. So happy we've got some people showing up on the echoing horn, and we have a propane truck driving, making a stand to our cul-de-sac in front, but it's not our supplier. Anyway, just 2 people on Echolink. We'll get back to you very shortly. And now we will take check-ins from everybody else who'd like to join us this morning. Please check in now.
This is Kilo Alpha Niner, Whiskey Alpha Romeo.
W9, Gold.
It's going to be a nice looking day, a little bit on the cool side.
reader. My wife has an appointment somewhere, something which happens every so many months in a year, but I don't think it's going to be anything serious in here, but we'll know a little more after she goes there for a short time in here. I don't have personally any big plans this morning. I'm going to keep listening on the menu here and pass it on up to the next station, which starts with K9. I forgot the letters in here. And it's just K9 News. Good morning to all. All of you have a good day.
Thank you, Michelle. Larry, KV9DIP is forgot where I was. I got Jacqueline. Illinois, yes sir. Good old Illinois. Well, I can't believe it, guys. The impossible happened. The world is coming to an end. One team won and one team lost. Only the wrong team won and the wrong team lost. Sorry. You know, usually I'm used to having defeat snatched out of the jaws of victory. But they fooled us all. They won. And the team that the traditional winners lost. Wow. What a crazy world. Today, all I've got is to try and dig into Windows and find out why my brother's printer editor doesn't work. I have the address book from Brother that uses this printer, little QL500, and I have another program called the Editor that you use to design labels. Comes in real handy. You shove anything into it, but it has its own little label printer. It's not so little. It's a big enough label printer. But for some reason, it doesn't recognize the editor program. It'll recognize the address program and print all kinds of labels. So the driver is okay, but I'll download that editor program till I'm blue in the face, and I don't see it in Windows anywhere. Yeah, that's strange. Luckily, I'm dealing with a company that offers, it got escalated to Tier 2, whatever that is. And I got a phone number I got to call, and I'll try and sample it out and see how we can get that to work today. And if that's the least of my trouble today, that'll be great. Oh yeah, Rick, I got a run to the post office. So anyway, that's it. KV9DIP back to Jeffrey and Jeffrey, sorry. Back to Jeff and Joan. KV9DIP clear.
Okay, thanks, Larry. Over to Artie, KA9WAR.
Thank you, Jeff. This is Kilo Alpha Niner, Whiskey Alpha Romeo. Here's Mexico, nice bright sunshine and 44 degrees. And as an answer to your question, only kits. That's all I've done, nothing from scratch. And just about an hour ago this morning, we worked Terry, F4 GVO in France on 17 meters and Fox Tango 4. So that worked out very good. Last Saturday, we asked how many of you looked up about Carolina Protecto on either Google or Fox Tango, or either Google or on YouTube. And we just wonder how many did. So we'll see what the answer is. KA9DXG, this is KA9WAR. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning, Ernie. And everyone else? No, I did not look that up. Oh, well.
Kits. Well, I did make a code oscillator when I was first studying to be a novice many years ago. This 555 timer and a pot that was, 9-volt battery, and it worked. I'm not much of a builder electronically, just not there. It takes a special knack for that, plain and simple. But, so, anyways, I'm getting weird winds up to 17 miles an hour, then it's down to 4 miles an hour. I'm hoping it's going to calm down a little bit, and I see it's 46 degrees already. Wow. I want to get up the tower and redirect the antenna. I never did get it straightened out to the right direction. I'm probably about 80 degrees off right now, so I got to get that straightened out. Hopefully I can do that today. And I have my wood pile to work on. I picked up 2 loads on Saturday, so a quarter of them were good saw logs for making lumber. So just gonna hopefully stay busy. Didn't want to do it yesterday because the wind was so strong. It was blowing all the sawdust in my face, and I didn't like that. So that's all I got. And Rick, thanks for all the different pictures of threshing machines. You can see that mine is completely different. 73 is all. Over to Rick, OPVK9BXG.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Good morning. All here on the Jeff. And boy, that's like a noise generator when you had that outage there this morning. Where that came from? I could have swore the F-meter reading here was different from the F-meter reading I normally get here this morning from the receiver, but I'm not exactly sure how to react to this as well. Anyway, bright sunshine morning. Calm down. Stay that way, but I guess they're looking at possibly some 25. Well, when I was younger, back in the early 60s, when I first had my cam license, I did those not working. That was dramatic at that time. But more recently, they might speak about, we have semi-regular pumps on my vehicle control audio from the text EMF phone. And then get to certain home that sends it a command that will invoke transmitters on that HD. It also has a digital voice playback. It has pre-recorded messages. It allows whoever the fox is to away from the HD, so they don't park their truck next to where the HD is. They can go off down the street if they want to, and control it. And I built a couple of traffic minute countdown timers, one for myself, one for the cat. It alerts me when you're getting down towards the end of the cycle, like it is now. And I used, I don't know what it is, 8 or 9 or 10 for the right LEDs. It's very, very difficult to ignore during that last hadn't found some other holiday to celebrate. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Joel.
Rick, and good morning to everyone. Tasting KMA Joan in Sebastopol, where it is indeed bright sunshine and breezy. I do believe I haven't checked everywhere, but I think I have to go set a clock. And we did have that brief power outage about 90 seconds before the net started. And I have a feeling, though I can't prove it, that something on the commercial tower might have been resetting for a cache. I don't know. But, you know, whatever. I don't know. Happy that Bob fixed it, though, if he did. So yesterday, again, we got these bonus days to be out doing things. And, you know, this year guy came and pushed just enormous amounts of underbrush. You know, 6 to 8 feet tall, ugly looking shrub, knocked him down and pushed him out of the way. Built I'll call it a road. I call it the inside path. So the vacant lot is a rectangle, and the top of the hill is 3 stories in elevation different from the bottom of the hill. And so it's a pretty good angle if you're riding in a mower or a gator. And enough to give me the yips. And so he was just going up and down with the skid steer like it was nothing. So it was helpful to me to see the actual angle and realize that I feel more afraid than warranted. But he worked out a path so I could get down with no trouble and cut through on the inside of the lot and pouring around. So I planted some acorns, I planted some pine cones, and then there's a little reserve waiting to see what happens in the coming years. So that'll be fun. And that's continuing to make 8 stacks worth of full red grapevine, weed, pine kind of gas in your tree, and choked the tree to death. So this has been terrifically helpful. Let me also break. You gave us some tips on pouring balcony rooms over the weekend. I'll give you the tip that you thought Black Friday the day after Thanksgiving. Well, they're starting now, and I know the serious sales people, vendors, want us to buy now, and they get the cash. So that if you get the Black Friday and you're out of money, you can't buy it there. And so if you have a list of things like, for instance, this flower, I'm not searching around for who's an offer today, I guess. So there are 2 or 3 things on my list, and I'm looking at things, and I have found already 50-60% discounts in some cases. So check your inventory. If it's a break this year, you might want to look for a sale. And then if somebody with an iPhone come back during the comments and tell me if there's a cheap way to transfer a load of photos on your phone to your PC something. Anyway, that's my question. We're going to make it easy. You probably know that.
Thank you, Jeff, for the message this morning.
Okay, thanks, Brad, and thanks everybody on the car. And Jack, you have Alpha 9 Tango Quebec Charlie, because you're here on the cycle forward. That's still with us, but I'm not sure if you're in what is still or if you haven't south yet. But anyway, that's under over Jack right now. Go ahead, KA9.
Thanks, Jeff. K9TQC. Yeah, I'm in the process of gathering up my stuff and packing and going to be taking off shortly. And glad to see the warm weather, but boy, 46 in November. You're here. I'm really pretty amazed by the weather I'm leaving behind. I did not hear your question of the day, so I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'll say hello, and then yeah, I'll probably be checking in on Echo and some point once I get down there, but that doesn't happen until 8:30 tonight, so we've got a long day of traveling. Thanks for paying attention to our dashboard, and back to you, K9TQC.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the time to check in this morning. In midst of your bustle, but get on out. The question today was if you have ever made any electrical circuits pertaining to ham radio, if you have made anything from scratch, not from a kit. So you either completely designed the circuit yourself or saw the schematic somewhere and were interested enough to try and build it. So you rounded up all the parts and then you had to round up the case for it and do whatever it took to fit that circuit into the case. So that was the question of the day. If you, on the second echoing go around, if you want, you can chime in. Right now, let's look for any additional video check-ins to the 20 minutes. Take it away, Bruce.
Good morning, Jeff, and everyone. Tonight, I got a service guy coming today, so I'm kind of standing by the garage door waiting for him. The steel purple guy, first visit over here. So we're going to just, I think, check the fluid level, a few things, and I ordered a bunch of air filters for the forced air part of it last year. When you know, I got them on side. So if anybody needs 32 by 30 by 2 inch air filters, give me a yell. I'll make you a deal. You don't know I'm into that. But anyway, yeah, standing by for him. And my question of the day, no, I haven't built a thing. I got enough challenges with woodworking. Which, speaking of which, there was a big show in Denmark this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and a lot of, I guess, state-based woodworkers go. And I know a few of the members, and it was at the Denmark gym, the high school gym, and it was really a big show. Turned out that things worked out pretty well weather-wise and everything, and they had a great crowd. Saw some interesting stuff, and Crestwad willow stick, and everybody asked her, walking stick. So then she had to show them brooms. But that's it. Back to you, Jeff. W9UUB.
Hopefully when she showed him her brooms, she got some orders for them too then. start. All right, thanks for your check-in this morning, Bruce. I hope everything goes well with the checkup on the geothermal. And man, that's a big furnace filter you've got there. I can never remember ours off the top of my head. I have to go downstairs and check it just before we do our shopping to make sure I get the right size. But we're pretty well stocked up for the next year on furnace filters. Okay, let's swing it back to okay, the dashboard has gone blank because I didn't keep my finger on it as Joan suggested. Okay, we've got a comment, an insistent comment from my trusty sidekick, KC9KMA. Go ahead.
Well, for what it's worth, we've got a truck with a lift down at the power pole at the bottom of our street. So maybe that's part of the problem. That's what I'm saying. Back to net control.
Yes, sure enough, I see the tail end of the truck now from here. Other supposition that I had, and I think Joan was trying to say this, but maybe it wasn't quite so clear. We had this little power blip just a minute or two before the net was going to start. And I don't know if the repeater location is on the same grid, but if it is, and the power went out over there, maybe that sound was, I don't know, the Quantar going through its startup procedure, which takes, I don't know what it is, like 30 seconds or so to completely cycle itself back on from a shutdown. Anyway, all conjecture. Okay, back to Echolink for their second go, and then we will see who else might be around. But K9GU, Michelle, you'll lead us off, and then turn it over to Larry, KB9DIT. And Larry, turn it over to Jack, KA9TQC. And then Jack, back to net control, KC9GPS. Go ahead, Michelle.
Again, this is K9GU in Appleton, India. Now, I remember a piece of equipment that I had dealt with some years ago, completely from nothing at all. And it was working all right. And I remember I had a good communication with someone with whom I've been in contact off and on for several years. And after that, I'm not sure whether that piece of equipment I still have it or not, but I'll have to think it a little harder. In here. Anyway, the question was interesting because I had worked for a long time until the whole thing, including the box also that I had to put together in here. So it was an interesting thing. I don't think that it would work as well as it should be with the very modern system that we have now. So anyway, the question was interesting in here. So with this, I'm affected on the K9 BIP, Harry, go ahead and take it. This is K9, Goodmorning to all.
Thanks again, Michelle. And I forgot the question, the answer. And my foray, I'm always gung-ho, but I think I had an Altoid can project, and by the time I amassed all the etching material and had fooled around with the masking, it was way, it was so simple it hurt. It was like turn a light on and off or something. But it was way beyond me. I had more money invested in parts and extra parts and wrong parts that I gave that up. My foray has been buying pre-punched, pre-made PC cards, and populated them off of material lists that I would send over the computer to something, and I come back with a box of parts, and even that didn't work out well for me. Stuff never fit. It was the wrong value, or I ended up putting it in wrong, whatever it was. My best response has been, where are you now? Late kids. And that was about it. So I'm going to turn it back to Jack, and that's a fact. Jack. Boy, I've been waiting a long time to say that. All right, Jack, your turn. And I see there's somebody new on the Echo Link list. So, Jack, over to KV9 VIP clear.
Okay, Larry, thank you. K9TQC returning. And I have an idea that that little dog maybe really wanted to get a word in on the net, but my Google Translate function wasn't working too well. Well, good question of the day. My first sort of building kit was a Heathkit crystal radio when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I think my dad obviously did the solder joints, but I still have it, and I believe it still works. I haven't really hooked it up to an antenna in a while, but I was absolutely live for Heathkits. I remember putting a color TV together in 7th grade. That was a pretty fascinating experience, and that worked up until the time we moved to Wisconsin. But more recently, I built a sort of a bridge between a Kenwood radio that the club owns and a Raspberry Pi that gets the switching for an early prototype of the Echo Link node. But it was as often the breadboard projects are, a three-dimensional mess of various things that are going off in different directions. And then when somebody cleans it up and puts it into a nice compact form factor, the difference is amazing. But yeah, I love to build stuff like that. I wish I had the wood skills some of you other guys have. So, Jeff, I'll just sort of save you the roundabout here, but I see on Echolink KT9YJH. So if you would like to join the Good Morning Net in Sturgeon Bay, have at it. This is KA9TQC. And if not, please hand it back to the Renet Control, who's KC9GBX. Okay, KD9YJH. I know that's Craig out there. Looks like you tried, but you didn't get anything verbal. You want to try again?
KD9YJH, just checking in. Back to our control.
Verbal part that time, but there's still a background, I'll say it's a digital sounding noise in there. But anyway, thanks for checking in this morning. You're always welcome here on the net. Okay, let's open it up now for anybody with comments or anybody with a new check-in. Comments or check-ins, please come out. W9OBB, followed by Damien, A29B. And then, through the miracle of hand signals, Damien, turn it over to K29KNA, my trusty sidekick. Go ahead, Rick.
Thank you, Jeff. I just wanted to mention that coming up on the end of the year here and the end of the school year, it's for current club, Door County Amateur Radio Club officers. And we're not that big of a group, and we don't have too many activities, but I'm looking for volunteers this next year club officers kit. So I have a few people in mind that I suppose I'll have to ask. It would be very nice if I didn't have to ask someone. And I would like to point out that if you are a listener of the Good Morning Net, or you know about the club, you don't have to be a regular attendant on the Good Morning Net. It's really a struggle each time around. Club was recently become more organized, more well-oiled. Our required by our club charter to announce whoever those upcoming officers are, and then have a meeting for those officers. And I'm thinking about September 20th right now, Wednesday. We have our meeting Wednesday, and hopefully Jack will be here send us off on our chart. Looking for people to get in touch with me. If you want my email address, I'm good on QRZ, W9OBB. Feel free to email. Send me your thoughts. And desperately need people here to stand up to Good Morning Net, actually. Organizations that we have to have some focus and some direction for our facilities the Good Morning Net. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to David, A29B, to the show.
Build special receivers for the State Department and for submarines and stuff like that. And this is there weren't any digital chips then. It was all discrete components. And if any of you looked at my schematics, you could tell what every part was doing. Nice pretty picture of the schematic, and it's very obvious what each stage does. But when you ship this stuff to the government, they have rules. They have to have schematics done the government's way. And there's whole departments that would take the schematics and convert them into government format. And when you looked at those schematics, it was pure gibberish. Nobody could figure out what the circuit was doing. Changing the subject, something I also learned doing this stuff when I was a teenager
this puppy down. Everybody have a great day.
KC9 GBX here again. I think that's it for me. Before I go, I want to thank radio station WDOR for allowing us to have our equipment on your site and for allowing us to put our antenna up very high on your tower, giving us great coverage for our little, our small amateur radio club repeater. We get nice compliments from visitors on our repeater, so we should all be proud of that. Anybody else check-ins or comments, and then we'll wrap it up.
A9TQC.
A9TQC. Jack, go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Just to reinforce what Rick said, yes, please, feel free to volunteer. It's not as onerous as it might seem, honestly, especially with Zoom and whatnot. It makes the physical logistics a lot simpler. And I think the December 20th will be fine. Maybe, Rick, if you don't mind, since I'm going to be kind of out and about a lot today, pop me an email so I remember to put it on my calendar. And just a quick heads up to KD9YJH. What we were hearing was a feedback from a receiver that was listening to the output, the same output, and it was getting picked up by the microphone, so it formed a feedback loop. That's the sound we were hearing. But first we heard that only, and then on your second transmission we heard your voice pretty clearly with that in the background. So it's easy to do, and when I'm monkeying around with radios, I do it a lot because I'm monitoring what things sound like, and what the minute that happens, and that monitoring gets to the microphone, that's exactly what it is. So just a heads up, and that's what that sounds like. Back to you, Jeff. KC9GBX, K9TQC.
Okay, thanks, Jack. Yeah, maybe people need some time to mull over the call for officer volunteers. Mull it over, ponder it seriously, and then put your name in the hat. Okay, going to wrap it up today. Thank you all for participating. Thanks to those of you out there listening. Come back tomorrow. Until then, this is KC9GBX returning the W9 DOR repeater to normal amateur use. 73, everybody. Adios.
KC9KMA. I forgot you got a guy coming, so we'll talk later. KC9KMA.
Okay, he's supposed to be here at 10, and I'm optimistic that he will be on time.
Well, I'll tell you. So you know at the top of our lot is the current living space. It drops precipitously down to the lower level. So Randy is carving out what I'll call the road, top to bottom on the inside. And I have taken the gator on a different line up through between some honeysuckles, and I've made the curve, and I'm facing him. And I need to get down the hill, and there's a honeysuckle in my way. And I've got, I'm horizontal to the incline instead of vertical. So I want to make a lazy curve and go down what to me feels like a sheer drop off the L. And he, of course, is laughing. And he's like, you're going to be gator, and it didn't roll over and crush me.
Yours is probably very good. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you would ever get close to the edge. Yeah, you know, I do the same thing with my tractor. I mow the ditch out here, and you think, oh, I'm really leaning, but you got such a low center of gravity that you can go quite a ways. I can't remember what it is. Bob probably knows, but I think when you buy these things, they'll tell you it's only 27 degrees or some kind of thing like that, but I don't know that I've ever gotten close.
There's somebody. Very long, wide, span, and this guy cuts it side to side, and it just seems amazing to me that he doesn't roll his lawnmower off. We have seen him do it a number of times. He must mow when we're on our way to town, but I of course just have a high degree of respect for the outcome that could kill me or maim me. But it really was terrific. The two rows, call it. The incline is such that, such a steep trajectory. It is not steep at all, and it's really a very good trail. Now we just have to get someone with that Toby knife mower next year to clip off the top of honeysuckle roots that are a little bigger than I want to put my lawnmower on, but I think then we'll maybe get pushed down and instead of some rough grass. But what an improvement, and really, I don't even know, 4-foot tall piles of red grapevine, Christmas eggs, and just not even knowing I got everything. But that's it. Have fun waiting for your guy, KC9 KMA.
Talk to you later. I'm doing the search now for furnace filters, the correct ones. That was a $100 mistake. I can't believe I did that.
Oh, it certainly rings a bell of something I'm capable of, but isn't the possibility that if only you knew how to use Facebook, there is someone in your neighborhood who would buy them off of you? Like Marketplace. I don't know how that works. But maybe Chris knows someone who would post it for you.
Well, I've been searching around and everything, and I checked Craigslist, which I'm pretty familiar with. And I just feel like this is such an odd, I talked to one key contractor, and he said, oh, that's a big one, that's a big one. So I got a feeling that it's odd enough that I have a plan for making a dehydrator that I got off of the Food Network one time. So I can give away to people that want to make a dehydrator using a box stand. Talk to you later. W9UUB.
KC9 KMA is clear.
KF9KU Mobile, I'm still hearing that big burst of static on this frequency, and I don't hear it anywhere else. KF9KU.
Gil, where are you hearing it now? KC9 KMA.
Right now I'm hearing it. I'm about 12 miles northwest of Privis. It's half scale on my meter, and I go to like the 120 or the 14700. I don't hear it at all. I come here, and there it is. So I know it was in there before the net, but it's in there now out here. KF9KU Mobile.
The third party. I don't hear it on you, and does anyone else hear it on us? Anyone?
KEH UWD, no static here. Back to you.
Bruce in Michigan, good morning to you. I love a lurker. I love someone who's out there listening, but helpful lurker at that. Gil, is it something in your truck?
I had it go away. I'm in a different car, but no, if it were that, I would hear it on other frequencies. Why would it just zero in on this frequency? I don't believe it's bringing up the repeater. It's a simplex type of transmission, but it's definitely a noise. And there was a point where I couldn't even squelch it out. But it's on this frequency. So that's all I can tell you. I'll let you go. I'm just reporting what I'm hearing out here to the north and to the west. This is KF9KU Mobile.
Because it doesn't make sense to me that locally we don't hear it. You're hearing it at that distance, but Michigan is not hearing it. So I'm going to just stand by and see if anyone has an explanation.
Hearing any noise whatsoever. There's nothing on the location here in Ashwaubenon. Not far from the Fox River, so everything is clean and clear here. So not sure what's going on otherwise, but like Gil said, it's a simplex, probably a simplex of some kind, not a repeater keyed up, probably. So anyway, it's clean here. Repeater sounds good, and when the repeater is not transmitting, there is no noise. W9OVB.
See if this is, KC9KMAF, I got it. Rick, as you know, I'm just not technical. Does this mean that what they're hearing is somebody local to them is keying up simplex and not coming into the repeater, but on the same frequency, so there's some interference, but it's not us. Have I got that translated?
That's exactly right. I don't hear it here at all. I don't see any indication on the SU that there's any RF reaching my antenna. Now, if I swung the beam around, that might change. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it's not very strong over here in the southwest side of the state.
I think for me that's a big relief, and I don't whatsoever dismiss Gil and having that experience on that side of town, but I'm glad the repeater's not breaking. That's all. I don't have anything to suggest. KC9KMA. Look at the workers out there. N9CON is new to me.
Now, we've talked before. My name's Bruce. But I just wanted to say I did hear it before the net began. But since then, it's been perfectly clear here, and I'm about halfway between
enough west that somebody in Green Bay is also hearing it. But it is not engaging or keying up the repeater. It's just a loud burst of static. And there was a point just now where I had the clubs all the way up, and it did break a little bit. So I guess I've exhausted my report here. That's all I can tell you. This is KF9KU Mobile, near Crivets, Wisconsin.
Was someone after Gil? I think maybe Tom.
Yeah, my comment was just aliens are among us.
Yes, we already knew that. Anyway, thanks, guys. It is helpful to hear, and for me to take one more step in my technical knowledge of how to distinguish what sound and how we might solve a problem. But anyway, and two loyal workers. Just great to get people out of the weeds. Safety 9 KMA is very
Thank you to that fellow in Green Bay to back me up that I'm not hearing just aliens out here or something. KF9KU Mobile.